Oh, I want to tell you something. My niece. I fear I am slowly becoming not the best influence to my niece. However, my cousin slash her mother is very happy because my niece really likes me. Slowly, okay, I want you to know. Have you ever seen someone you're like, oh, like you have really beautiful features, right? So my niece, I know my niece is gonna grow up into a very beautiful, beautiful person. You know, the issue is she is starting to grow an attitude. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh my god, is this me? Did I do this? There's like an attitude. No, okay. So I like to dress up, right? When I go outside, if I'm just gonna go outside, I'm gonna dress up, you know? So I like to look good and feel good. And my niece loves doing that too. Like we have similar hobbies. Like we have a similar taste in like aesthetics, I guess. I would say that there are days where I'm very, very girly and days where I'm not very girly. But one time, I did a joke to my niece where I looked at like our other cousin, and our other cousin said something kind of like silly, and I looked at them and I went like, ew, like that as a joke, you know? Like sometimes I'm like, oh my god, Chad, stop. Like I like doing that as a joke every now and then, right? So I look at my cousin and I went, ew, nasty. I never use curse words. I don't say bad words, but it was a joke and I went, ew, nasty. Haha. My niece has been doing that to people. Like someone would be like, hey hey girl, like, or like I almost fucking said her name. Hey niece, I'm just gonna say niece. It's like, hey niece, do you want to play with your dolls? And she's like, no, ew. And recently, okay, she is turning 6 years old. I want you to know this. No, I'm not gonna tell the age, so I'm just gonna lie and say 6 years old, to be very fair.
Before long,
but
she will try to get rid of you and replace you. Seen it many times in those suspense movies.
No, it's true. It's true. I will say, every time I'm talking about like the age of my niece, I will occasionally jump, like I'll use random numbers and lie about it because she's a kid, you know? Like she's a kid and I'd really rather not, you know, I'd really rather not just like out her like that. So I'm just gonna say 6. I'm honest to God, I'm trying to remember which lie I said last time, so it continues. But I'm gonna be very blatant. I kind of forgot the lying age that I gave my niece, so I'm just gonna say 6 to be fair. Because you gotta understand, it's the internet, okay? I even told my... Well, there's so much to this lore, but with my niece, I do tend to be very overprotective with her. But let's just say she's 6. Like she's turning 6, but she's not 6 yet. She's 5 years old. She's turning 6 this year. So one of my aunts was like, oh, aren't you 6 years old? She looked at her, went, rolled her eyes, like genuinely went like this, like that, and went, I'm 5, not 6 yet. I'm not 6 yet. I'm only 5 right now. That's the shit I pull. And I'm the double digits, bro. Like, you start doing that when you're double digits. Motherfucker is still juggling a single digit and she's already like, how dare... I'm not that old, you prehistoric monster. Like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? You know, another thing, by the way. My fucking brother walked up to my... Like, I was hanging out with my niece and my brother was there. My brother was like, how old do you think, like, you know, old sis Michi is? Like, bigger sis Michi is? And my niece looked at me up and down and went, like, 38, 40... 39, 38, 39. And then my brother started laughing. Like he started laughing. And that's my younger brother, by the way. That's my younger fucking brother. And my younger brother started laughing. And I was like, okay, little niece. How old do you think my younger brother is then? And then my younger brother was like, keep in mind, I'm younger than her, okay? Younger. She looked at my brother and went, 50? So like in my defense, she doesn't know her maths very well, okay? She's a kid. She's trying her fucking best. Alright, maybe she meant like 18 for me.
You ruined her. Better tell her parents to delete and start over. Oh wait, she called you out, grandma. Nah, she can stay.
Nah,
cool
bro.
Now.
She's also learning English. Like, she's been so obsessed with English, right? And I think the reason she likes me is because, well, I try to talk with her in English when she asks me to. Because she's been really obsessed with, like, learning the English language, you know? But everyone around her is kind of like they would try to speak... Well, in my family, not a lot of people in my family speaks, like, fluent English, which makes sense because it's not our fucking mother tongue. But I don't mind speaking in English if you want to learn your English skills. So I'm like,
Damn.
all right.
You're teaching her the mad, modern disrespect.
Another thing that she told me this, which I'm like, dude, you are like at that age where you have critical thinking and it's kind of scaring me. But she said that she likes talking to me because I don't talk to her like a kid. And I'm looking at her being like a fucking kid. And I'm like, what the hell does that mean? But it's because I don't talk to her like, do you want to play games? Like, I don't fucking do that. I just go like, oh, are you in the mood to like, I try to talk slowly, but I don't go like, do you know? Like, she's a kid, but she ain't dumb. So I'm like, all right. So she kind of enjoys that, which I appreciate. But dude, she's becoming sassy. Like, she's being full on sassy.
What do you
Like,
mean by this, child?
Oh, my hair. What do you mean by this, child? My hair. She called me a game.
She will
Not
cringe
even.
later
Dude.
when she recalls this, all because of you.
She is so sassy. She's been giving people attitude. And I'm like,
You have
uh-oh.
equipped the toddler with 30 years of build-up sass. She has become
30?
too powerful already. She will own the playground.
No, bitch. First of all, okay, I'm 21. Canon VTuber lore that never ages as the year progressed. Second of all, fuck you. Third of all, thank God I have never said a curse word in front of her because she fucking mirrors everything I say and do. One time, okay, when my niece was like literally a baby, like when she was like less than 1 year old. I get it because nowadays, like modern technology, people just kind of like showing stuff in the public. But as much as I'm not very smart with like online safety and shit, I disagree with showing your child on the internet. I don't think that is like a big brain play move, especially if your kid is that young. Like documenting their life. Like if you want to document their life, it's fine, but save it. You know, like do not post it. Just I like to think like you should just save it in your hard drive and not like post it for the world to see. Especially if it's like very intimate moments. You know, it's like, oh, these are like, if it's like my baby's first step, I get that. But if it's like my baby's in this playground, you know, it's like, do you really want to do that? Right? Like, do
Kids
you
will
really want to do
imitate
that?
adults.
There was a time this is the only time, one of the only times I've ever had any disagreements with my family. Even then, I'm very happy to say that like none of them were explosive or like angry or anything. It was just like hey, this is my 2 cents, but like I am going to insist on my 2 cents just genuinely for you to think about. But I'm not gonna back down. Like I am not gonna tell you like, no, your thoughts are valid. Like I'm not gonna go that like to that extent. I would be like, this is the hill I'm standing on, but up to you. But you gotta understand the risks, right? So back then, when my niece was a baby, maybe it's because like my family kind of knows that my work is online. Like this was way back ago. It's not just me though. Like I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people do try to work mostly online, whether it's like they want to be an influencer or like a content creator or something. But they want to start being like more quote unquote famous, right? I get that. People start giving a shit about it. That makes sense. Whatever. However, from the age of like little baby until like, I think 2 years old or something, I didn't know this until I got recommended it because I deleted Instagram, right? Like I don't have Instagram, so I never noticed until, well, I didn't delete it, but I saw the account, you know? I had to open Instagram again to deactivate my account. So when I opened Instagram, for the first time in a while, boom, I just got recommended like a picture of my niece on Instagram. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And she had like her own thing, you know, like it's not even like, oh, it's on my account, I post my niece. It's not that. It's like she had her own account and it's like pictures of her and it just says like everything, you know what I'm saying? There are like multiple pictures, everything. It's like, oh, this is like the playground she likes. These are the things she likes. And it was actually kind of big. Like, it wasn't like, oh, it had hundreds and thousands of, like, it's not that big, but it was like a couple of thousand, you know? And I was like, I didn't know that because I was never on Instagram. But now that I know, like, I genuinely, we end up having a conversation. Like, I started talking to my cousin. And at one point, like, the family got involved because I was, like, adamant on where I'm talking about. I'm like, listen, girl, delete that. Like, never do that. Delete that shit. It's like, no, but the memories. I'm like, save the memories. Delete that shit. Because this is not safe. Like, you literally just doxed everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's dangerous. It's a kid. It's
Michi,
a child.
You know your niece will eventually find your stream and then everything will change.
That's not true.
First she will learn all the bad things you say, then she will think you're cringe, and lastly she might dox you to all her friends.
I try to keep my online shit. At this point, I literally just tell people I'm jobless, which helps a lot. That lie's been standing. But I literally had this conversation, and obviously, you know, my cousin wasn't too happy. It's kind of like, how dare you tell me how to raise your kid? Like, how to raise my kid. And I'm like, I'm not telling you how to raise your kid. You can raise your kid however you want. All I'm saying is don't fucking air that shit out to the public. I don't think that like, you having an Instagram account for your child should not be part of you raising your child. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not telling you how to like discipline your kid, but this has nothing to do with disciplining your kid. Having an Instagram account or not, your kid will still grow up. It's what you do behind closed doors is how you're raising them. But now it's like public, right? And not only is her everything public, you also take pictures of like where she likes to go, the things she likes to eat, where she likes to eat them. And this is like a public account. And I'm like, girl, you gotta delete that. It's dangerous. You know, like it's a very dangerous fucking thing. And I'm not saying like they're like, oh, everyone's a creep. It's not that. But in a group of 1,000 people, all it takes is just one creep. You know, and you rather not risk it if it's a fucking child. And I had like a genuine, honest to God, like, that's the only time I've ever been not upset, but I stand my ground. Like, I usually don't give a shit. I'm very like, yeah, you do whatever you want, bro. Up to you. But when it comes to that, I was like, no, I'm gonna die on this hill. Like, I will bring it up and I will talk about it. Like, I even told them, like, I'm gonna be so honest with you. I will report this account. Because, like, this is not right. Like, this is weird, girl. Like, and also, there are moments, like, there are pictures of her, like, being upset. So I'm like, dude, imagine if the kid grows up, right? Sees this shit and goes like, I don't want my life to be public. Then what? Like, the kid had no say in this. You know, like, she's having, like, a crash out. You video it. You post it for what? Why? They're gonna grow up. One day, their friends are gonna find this. Then what? You know? Like, you gotta understand, like, kids are always gonna go through that, like, pre-teen to teen phase where everything is embarrassing to them. Like, no matter how not embarrassing it is, everything is fucking embarrassing. You do not want to fuel that up. So I'm, like, yapping about all this, and eventually they got it, and they did end up deleting it, which I'm very happy. Like, they did end up deleting it. That's why I'm, like, okay talking about it, because it's gone now. But the fact that, like, I had to genuinely sit there and they hit me with the, no offense, like, I respect your opinion, but, you know, this is my kid. I'm gonna parent it the way I want. And I'm like, okay, so you think having an Instagram account is parenting? Is that what it is? And they're like, no, I didn't say it that way. And I'm like, but you did though. With or without an Instagram account, you're saying that having an Instagram account is part of your parenting technique. And she's like, I was like, am I crazy? That was the only time I've ever had, like, something against it, because I'll be real, girl, you'll never know if it's on the internet, okay? The moment it's out, it's out. You don't want to risk it if it's a kid. If you're an adult and you choose to do this, pop off. You have your own free will. But until then, you as a parent, your job is to guide and protect your kid, and you do not want to put them in any type of risk. And this is like a risk that you just haven't seen yet.